but he was able to keep it under control. And we can't count out Fred Campbell if last night is any indication of his driving style, Joey Fair, because it seemed like that he just came from out of nowhere in the last 15 to 10 laps of the race and came up and finished second. And Joey, before we get you to answer that question, let's take a look at this replay and see what happened down there in turn 4. And there you see the 21 or the 27, we're not sure which. It looks like it is the 27 of David Elliott spinning down in the grass. And at the right side of your picture in the orange car is Fred Campbell in car number 70. And you can see a big group of automobiles. Anthony Lazaro down on the inside with the Hooters Chevrolet, and they all got on the brakes. And not much trouble down there. They've lined the field back up, and we're going to be set to go back to green here very shortly. And your race leader is still Dennis Berry in car number 11. Mario Gosselin, car number 10, running in the second spot. Third will be car number 24 of Dave Kuhlman. And Joy, you talked about Dave Kuhlman earlier. You said that he was going to be a factor late in this race. We are well into the second half of the race, 122 laps in the books. Is he still just riding, or when will we expect to see him make his move?
I'm sure after 150. His nature, he's very calm, very cool, very collected, a deep thinker, and he's calculating right now, I'm sure, and you'll see him come on after 150, I think.
And looking down the scoreboard, it looks like that Tim Ice in car number 65, another driver that knows his way around Toledo Speedway, is back there running in the 5th spot. And I believe Ken Phillips in car number 15 is running in the 4th spot. So you got to keep your eye on those two as well.
We've only got one Hooters Cup regular in the top 5 right now. The locals are showing the way.
Here we come off the 4th turn. Green flags back out on the restart. Dennis Berry started on the pole position. The fast qualifier this afternoon for the RC Cola 200. He's out in front. Mario Gosselin, the Budweiser Chevrolet, and he is looking right now where they sit now. Gosselin's looking good as far as gaining a lot of points on Garvey and Anderson.
Yeah, but he still probably has to pit. Knowing Mario, he is going to pit before the race is over, so you have to wait and see whether Garvey made the right move or Mario's made it waiting this late in the race.
There we see Mike Garvey in heavy traffic going down the back straightaways. He's trying to work his way up to the front. And Joy Fair, when you get behind like that after you make a pit stop, can you more or less just wait for the race to come to you, or do you have to charge hard to get back up to the front?
No, here, because the speeds are so high, you must just attempt to qualify, I call it, every lap to catch up. Just concentrate on going as fast as you can, can't sit there and wait. No, it's a very aggressive track.
And I guess if you do that, and eventually the race can come back to you as the drivers in front of you make pit stops. And Garvey gets into the 6 car in turn 3, tags the wall hard, collides with the 6 car again. So the point leader in trouble in turn 3. And like you were saying, Joe, he was running as hard as he could, got into the back of the 6 car. Rick Shepard, Garvey must have broke the tie rod end on the car because the car made a right turn. It looked like he might have been able to save it, but the car went up very hard into the wall with the right front.
You see a very disgusted Mike Garvey right now. This is 3 out of the last 6 races that another car, you know, he's been involved with another car, not necessarily of his doings. And this is a very calm Mike Garvey normally.
And Garvey climbing out of the RC Cola Draft Chevrolet, and he was looking for a good run here today. A brand new sponsor on the side of car number 91, also sponsored by the Magby Construction. And the 6 car also up in the wall of Rick Shepard. So Mike Garvey, the Hooters Cup point leader, out of it here this afternoon, Mark. And
what a tough day.
That is really going to shuffle the point standings now.
And seeing all this action on the racetrack, we've forgotten to look in the pits because Fred Campbell's in the pits right now. They're jacking the car up. They've called it a day. They said there's suspension problems on that car.
And another one of the early front runners in trouble. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back. 70 laps to go in the RC Cola 200. So stay with us. As you can see, anything can happen, and it's a long way from being over. We'll be right back. And we are back at Toledo Speedway in Toledo, Ohio. The RC Cola 200 with 131 laps in the books, under caution for a two-car accident involving Rick Shepard in car number 6 and the Hooters Cup point leader Mike Garvey in car number 91. Let's take a look at the replay. And there you see Mike Garvey trying to get underneath the 6 car of Shepard, and it looked like he had the wheel underneath him, Mark.
It looked like Rick might have come down on him. Mike couldn't get any further down on the racetrack, and the two got together at a bad spot in this racetrack to get together.
It looked like that was right about where the bump is, Joey Fair. And the car spinning up on the high side. There you see Garvey tagging the wall up there. We'll try to get Joey Fair back on the line here with us. And there you see the 6 car. He made heavy contact with the front end of that car, getting up into the wall. Then Garvey adds a little insult to injury and tags him on the right rear corner.
I think he was pretty well done before he got to that point. That car is totally, it's got to have a new clip on it as hard as he hit the wall to start with, then to go into the 6 car that hard.
There you see Mike Garvey just going out of your picture behind the trailer down there. And let's go down to the pit area with Fred Pomp.
Well, we're down here with Brian Hasty, the crew chief of the RC Cola machine for Mike Garvey. Mike, say what happened out there, Brian?
No, he didn't. He looked like he got in the car in front of him and it clipped him in the tail. They both went into the wall. But the RC Cola draft and McVie Contract Supply Monte Carlo was fast. We tightened up a little bit, changed the right side tires and loosened it up. And he was coming through the field, but mishap there took us out.
Well, we'll try to round Mike Garvey up a little later when he comes in. He's still not off the racetrack, but an update on Dennis Berry and his pit strategy. Dennis Berry has said he is not going to pit unless something comes up.
And there you have it from the pit area, Joey Fair, that Dennis Berry has said that he's going to try to go all the way as Garvey makes his way back to the pit area. And looking at that accident on the replay, Joy, it seems like there is an unwritten rule in racing that if you get the right front tire up to the driver's door, the car up on the outside of you, that it's your racetrack.
I've always thought of it that way. If you get in their peripheral vision, I call it, to their left, you know, that's your groove. But that's where it happened, right where that bump is, which would just disturb that thinking. If
right.
He could literally bounce into him.
So the car gets a little bit out of shape. The car down on the inside pushes up a little bit.
Right.
And there you see Mike Garvey, heavy damage to the right side of the RC Cola Draft, McVie Construction Chevrolet Monte Carlo, and that looks expensive, Joy.
Yes, yes. Clips are expensive work. The sun, by the way, may become this factor I was mentioning earlier about the sunglasses, and I have a story that I could tell. We ended up winning a race at a place called Ileana over near Chicago.
Okay, we'll come back to that story. We're going to take a quick break, Joy, and then we'll be right back with more of the RC Cola 200 from Toledo Speedway in Toledo, Ohio. 134 laps in the books. Dennis Berry, your leader. We'll be right back.